Okay. Hi everyone, it's me Sanil. We're talking to Vidhya today, founder of Balvedhaa. And Vidhya is a biochemistry undergrad student at Queen's.
Yes, that's right.
And so now she's gonna share her journey, how
Yeah.
she become an entrepreneur in an year.
Yeah, basically 1 year.
So what helped Vidhya to become an entrepreneur,
Oh,
and
okay.
and how the university
So
supported.
my journey starts back from 2025. 2025 February-ish, I was still applying for placement opportunities for the companies, and I realized I was like, okay, I'm still applying. I got some rejections. I got some interviews. I was still applying. I don't even know how many like places I've applied for.
Yeah.
So many, countless.
We all been through that, isn't
Yeah, applying, looking on LinkedIn,
it?
Indeed,
Yeah.
and then of course university helps you as well with applying. But I bumped into to this opportunity called year in enterprise placement. So instead of going out and working in a company, you get to build your own company and you have 1 year to do that.
Okay.
And they give you £13,000, which is like it's usually for living costs and stuff, but it's up to you. You can use that for living costs or your business investment. So I decided to use all that for my business. So to get that, I had to go through an application form. I had to submit a business plan, and at that time, like 1 year ago, my business plan is terrible. It was so bad. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no
Yeah.
knowledge on like they talked about profit margins. I'm like, I don't know what that even means. So I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll just figure something out. So I did so many drafts, and my careers advisor, Grace Healy, she helped me a lot with like exactly what I need to do. I literally started telling her stuff, and she filled in the form for me because I could not handle it myself. I was like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
do this. And yeah, and then I did the interview, and I got the money. So that happened.
Yeah.
So
That's the aha moment. You get the money for something you love to do.
oh my god, I was the happiest person. I didn't expect it because when I did the pitch, it was my first pitch ever. It was my
Okay, that's
first,
brilliant.
yeah, it was my
Yeah.
first thing ever, like my first like pitch interview, I suppose. And then after that interview, I called my dad. I said, I don't think it. And then my dad, I just said, I don't know how it went. I wasn't sure on how it went, and he said, it's okay, beta. I'm like,
Okay.
you don't even know the result yet. Just stop coming to a conclusion. So 1 week later, I found out that I won the money.
Okay.
So more than me, my dad was surprised. My dad was like shocked. He was like,
Okay.
"What did you do? Like, how did you get that?"
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
good. I didn't even tell my parents while I was building the startup. So nearly a year, they didn't even know what I was doing.
Oh, well,
They were
that's
just thinking
crazy.
I'm just doing my job, and but they didn't realize I was working alongside the job and trying to build something. But that's good. At least you found them and told them. And
Yeah,
I was asking this earlier. So do you come from a business background?
not at all.
Your parents?
Not at all. Both of
Okay.
them, like my dad works in cybersecurity, so no, I don't like. My mom did like economics and stuff,
Okay.
like commerce side, and my dad did IT. So no, we don't come from a business background at all.
Okay.
No one in my family has like done any business or anything yet.
Okay.
So yeah.
So just to give some background here, so Vidya is in Queen's University in Belfast, and she's been in Belfast for the past nearly 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, and how are you finding it?
It's my home. Like, I grew up here. I went to the school beside Queens. So I literally grew up here. Yeah, it's been fun so
Yeah.
far. I'm ready for like new changes. So
Yeah. Again, I'm in Belfast for the past 5.5 years, and yeah, it's really good. We've been talking about this earlier, and why we're doing these videos and stuff, because personally it took me like 10 months to figure out, where to start. you
it
know
takes a long time.
then so what you explained there, you got help from the business plan, you got some funding, obviously that through the Queens.
Yes.
For me, I didn't have a clue about startup or had no plan to start anything while I was in the university, so I went to a different route,
Yeah.
because obviously I got help from Go Succeed, Catalyst. Then finally we got a grant from TechStart. So that's a two different route. So, and I don't know how many students realize, when they are in uni, there are supports like this.
There's
So
so
how did you
many.
find out there is programs like this?
So it was through my careers advisor. So when she
Okay.
started talking to me about, oh, there's this program called Quest. We're going to enroll you in that. And that's where I met, I'm sure you know Karthik and
Yeah.
Revant and Ruchira. She was in the program before me. So 1 year before me, she was on the Quest program. And yeah, and then going back, like when I went to the Quest program, people had crazy ideas, the
Yeah.
craziest ideas. And I met so many like different types of people from different backgrounds. And I was like, I was so happy to see so many like startup founders. Like, okay, you're not the only one who's like taking this step.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to meet everybody. And like SU Enterprise, it's from the SU
Yeah.
Enterprise, from like Incubate and Cubeless and all. So they help they help you so much, like with mentoring. They helped me find a mentor, Dr. Pragesh Sharma. They found her for me.
Okay.
So yeah,
Like
the entire
obviously,
journey.
yeah. Like people think the university support is only for the students, but it's
Yeah.
not actually. We are sitting in the
No.
students union
Yeah.
Queens, and I was in the QBS event last week. I was
Yeah.
pitching there. You were pitching as
Yeah.
well, which you were not prepared.
I was not prepared,
Yeah.
but yeah, we did it.
And when you look at, so you mentioned Karthik, Revan, Ruchira,
Yeah.
like we we met each other all in events. So that says itself, the importance of going out to
You
the
need to
events,
be proactive.
speak to people.
Yeah, you need to be proactive and just talk to people. I didn't even meet Ruchira at a business event. I met her at the Indian Embassy,
Okay.
the opening of the Indian Embassy. So she got invited to that. I got invited to that. I bumped into her. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then the first thing I said to her was, "I like your outfit."
Okay.
That's the first thing I said. So you have to put yourself out there,
Yeah.
talk to people, just like that's how I met you as well at some random like business event. We
Yeah,
just
we
started
met, we met a
talking.
couple of events,
Exactly.
and then you see the familiar faces. Same again. I was one of the event. That's when I met Ravens. He was in the corner eating pizza. Then I was there as well. Then we
Yeah.
had a chat. Then came to know about other people. Then
Yeah.
he introduced me to like Karthik. Then he talked about Richard. So what I would say, like, doesn't matter whatever you're building, or if you have an
Exactly.
idea, like find events, go to events, speak
Yeah.
to people.
Honestly, networking builds so much more opportunities than like your CV ever does.
Oh yes.
That's like people have gotten jobs because they like a hobby or something similar to like their manager, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've literally seen people like that. So talk to people, be proactive. That's the
Yeah.
biggest
I was on a
takeaway for
call
me.
earlier with a guy, talking about go to market strategy and stuff. Then he invited me to an event today evening. Luckily, I was
Oh,
free. Then I have to drive to Newry,
oh my God! Wow,
so I should need to be there like
it's
half
worth it.
five.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it happened. So you just ask. Then the next thing comes about ask.
yeah,
Keep asking people around you. You
yeah.
never know who can help you and how much.
That is so true. Because I was struggling finding a lab space.
Okay.
In my head, I thought, because this is like a contract, like a placement contract at the end of the day. In my head, I thought they will find a lab space for me, like my school, but they were like, no, you have to go figure it out. I was like, I don't know how to approach like lecturers. All these are like senior scientists, by the way, like
Okay.
professors, lecturers, PhD students, PhD like professors, and I'm like, I don't know how to contact you.
Okay.
Like I had to go and like knock on people's doors and be like, do you have a lab space available? This is what I'm doing. No replies. And then I bumped into my lecturer on the bus.
Okay.
And I was talking to her about like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. And then she said, cool, send me an email. And then I was like, okay, I sent her an email. And then she gave me a space. You have to. I met her at the bus stop, by the way.
Okay.
And this is what happens. Like, if I didn't see her that day and I didn't talk to her, if I just stayed quiet about my stuff, I still wouldn't have gotten a lab space.
I was speaking to my friend of mine the other day. He's a founder as well. And then I was asking about his funding journey. Then he was like, one of the investors I met was in the airport. Just said hi, and like when we talked, and he ended up investing in my company. I was like, that's crazy.
You find the most craziest people.
Yeah.
I met someone in the airplane, and she linked me up with a manufacturer in America. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like,
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about Balvedhaa? Obviously,
Yeah.
I know because I was on the last event,
Yeah.
and it's really cool. What are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you
And-
so much. So, Balvedhaa is an organic skincare brand which is based on traditional beauty secrets. So, we take all the traditional beauty secrets from around the world, from South Asia, East Asia, Africa, even like we're trying to take a lot from the eastern side of the world and bring it to the western side and make it into products that people can easily understand. So currently I am working on a neem rose serum for fungal acne.
Okay.
So each product is like targeted to like a specific issue. So fungal acne kind of gets misdiagnosed or forgotten, and people just get confused about what kind of acne they have and what they're going through. So when you go to the dermatologist or like your GP, they usually have like a steroid cream or something, or like a simple, oh, this is like a 10% benzoyl peroxide, just use this. But most of them, even if they work for a while, they do have like a lot of side effects, which are not nice.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out, we're trying to teach the customers like what's going on with your skin, what's actually happening. Because like I said in that event, it's the biggest organ in your body. It's a
Yeah.
living, breathing organ. And you need to be very careful on how you treat it and what you do with it. So
Yeah.
that's the entire, and it's all like, my entire brand is actually based on my grandmother's.
Okay.
So they did a lot of like self-care stuff from like Ayurvedic self-care, and they taught me a lot that way. So I was like, I want to actually build this into a product instead of just practices that can be forgotten.
Okay. That's cool. And did you ever think this could be, something you'll be building?
No, not at all. If you tell me 1 year ago exactly that you, like 2 years ago actually, that you'd be doing this, I'd be like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Nah,
So
no.
like, what happened usually? What I have seen, people have the idea, then just keep it for themselves for a while,
Yeah.
and they don't realize like, what they don't think about how can it get to the market. What can be done.
You need to talk about your idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people are scared that, oh, what if they try to do it, or what if someone steals it, like things like that. I'm like,
Yes.
people have
Oh
a
yes.
lot of things to worry about. I don't think they're gonna worry about your idea. You just go build your idea. That's
There are like things you can talk about and can't talk about idea,
exactly, yeah.
but I like sometimes people book like one-to-one with me when they want to know more about the early stage of startup, or how to navigate through the
Exactly, yeah.
innovator founder visa, and how to get endorsement, all this stuff. Then I'll be like, okay bro, what's your idea? Then they're like, oh, I'm not sharing in the idea with you. I was like,
You need to say the
how you
idea.
meant to,
You need to say the idea.
like, can you just express in a couple of sentences, if you know,
Exactly, yeah.
like, you don't have, you never give you a magic sauce,
No, don't do
but
that.
you can explain like you explain for a customer or like an investor. You can
Yeah.
explain this
You have to
idea.
keep the IP with you, but just talk about what
Yeah,
what
like,
what it does. Exactly.
and they will get ready to get that like the immediate feedback
Yeah.
as well. Some people just be very honest and tell you your ideas shit maybe, but
Well, I really appreciate people like that, and it's
oh
really good to
yes.
have people like that. I have someone like that. That's my mom. If
Okay.
I go to some next stripper, she'll be like, "You're wrong." I'm like, "Okay,
Okay.
why?" And then she'll give her like good or bad reason. I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
logical reason or illogical reason, but she'll give me something. So have someone like that in your life. It's important.
Cheers. I know, like we had this conversation earlier because you are into the usual path is after undergrad you'll be doing a postgrad
Yeah.
and maybe a research, so that's
Yeah.
the route. But do you think you'll be taking the route of being an into
Yeah.
entrepreneurship?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love entrepreneurship. It's not even about building like specific, like it's not about building like my skincare brand. It's just I love the network that you build around it. I love the opportunities you
Yeah.
have, and it's just like learning about people's ideas. And even like when I'm in my own podcast and talk about it, I love talking to people about their ideas. I'm like, okay, tell me more. I probably won't understand like half of it,
Okay.
but I just love listening to it, like to their. I love their passion.
Okay.
I love the passion put into their. It's like your baby, right? You like your company is like your child.
Yeah.
So you need to have the love and the passion for it. So I love that part. So I'm going to take entrepreneurship with me no matter wherever I go. Whether it's master's, research, or if I work in a company, I will still be doing something on the side.
That's good. And yeah, I watched one of your podcasts with Jean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it is
Jean,
cool. Like, look at Jean. She doing,
she's doing amazing.
yeah, all
She's
that
doing
stuff.
crazy
And how the
things.
podcast going?
Amazing. We do have like 6 guests so far.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, maybe I'll get you on board once.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Now this conversation is going for a
Yeah.
while, isn't it? Yeah. But we both being really busy and trying
Yeah.
to. And what do you enjoy about doing the podcast?
I love yapping. I love yap. I talk so much. Like someone should tell me to shut up, Vidya.
I tell my guest always, because you look at the time as
Yeah.
like, I feel like keep the podcast going, but we have to
Yeah,
stop it.
exactly. No,
then
I always have like, oh, that's why I have
yeah,
my watch.
because when you start, you don't feel like stopping it.
Exactly.
Same with the guests. They were like,
Yeah, it's so
we don't
funny.
mind, keep going.
I did an episode with my friend Gina.
Okay.
So the episode is out now. So please do give it a watch.
What's it called?
It's just called episode 5, Gina
The
Building
no, the
Amateur.
diary of.
Oh, the Diary of a Startup Founder. Sorry,
Yeah.
my podcast is called the Diary of a Startup Founder. But yeah, so I did an episode with Gina, and she's one of those friends that you can just talk forever.
Okay.
Like you can talk for the entire night.
Yeah.
She's one of those. So when I said, okay, that's the end of the episode, she was like, okay. And I felt so sad for ending the episode. I'm like, I will talk to you later as well. But
Yeah.
it's when you start talking to someone like that, you can't stop.
And we talked about this earlier as well, because when you're coming to study in UK,
Yeah.
then you'll be thinking about how to land in a job after studies, or some of them thinking like how to start something yourself. So you have to navigate both in
Yeah.
terms of have to look at the visa options. You have to look at the time wise. You don't have much time left to get a job. So for those who out there, who could be a student, who could be on like post study work visa,
Yeah.
and so if they want a job or if they want to build a startup, what's the first step you would say?
Well, first step I would say you need to have like a source of income. So it is
Okay.
important to get a job.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
not true. But do not give up on your idea. Always
Yeah.
keep that on the side. One of my friends, he has I don't know what he does, but he did international business,
Okay.
and he works in like enterprise. But he loves filming, he loves directing, he loves story writing, like writing
okay.
stories and all. So he's actually helping me with my podcast. So
Okay.
I love his passion for like movies and stuff is crazy. Like I cannot find anyone else with that
Okay.
kind of passion. So I'm like, just do not ever give up on this. Like, yeah, you can work for maybe 1 year, 2 years, but like your path, like you worked for a couple of
Oh,
years,
yes.
you started your business. I think that's such a nice path, and you need to have some sort of a pillow to fall back on.
Yeah, there's always like downtime.
There is,
Like
yeah.
I still remember, been doing this for a while because you only have a job for 5 days. Then your weekends will be working on the startup evenings.
Exactly.
Then nothing
You're
nothing
working
happening.
7 days a week. You're
And
working 7 days a week.
You're not
quite
saying
literally.
anything happening, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, am I doing it right? Should I actually stop it? Then one day like something happened. It could
Yeah.
be a grant, or it could be an endorsement letter,
Exactly.
or like a visa. Something happened. You'll be like, oh god, that gives you that aha moment
Yeah.
and makes it worth all the effort.
Honestly, when you start talking about, I was actually very worried about one of my friends. He does 9 to 5 jobs, and he also has a business on the side. Two.
Yeah. Okay, two. Okay.
He's building on two. He's working on
Yeah.
two. I'm sitting. I'm like, how do you have time for this? I don't even have time for one.
Okay.
I don't even work like a 9 to 5 as well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find time, and then he has like no break whatsoever. It's really important to get some downtime.
Yeah.
It can affect you so much, and if it affects you, it affects your business.
Oh, it
at the
does.
end.
Then I left my job like 2 months ago, thinking I may have more time now. Then I actually realized I still have to work my weekends because the more you do, there's like more on the
There's
plate.
More, yeah. It's a never-ending journey.
Yeah.
If you're in business, you work 7 days a week.
It is, and I'm trying to do videos like this because I've done a couple of videos, and people come back to me and say it is actually helping.
Yeah,
They need more
that's
pressure
brilliant.
to do more videos, tell stories like this to people, because what if this inspires someone to start something? And
Of course, like I feel like everyone should, whenever you have an idea in mind, write it down and think about like the next step, like even the next three to five steps. That's it.
okay,
Like, oh, who I should contact, or what I should do. Is there like scale for this, or
Yeah.
just something about just write whatever. I feel like no one should ever give up on their business idea.
yeah.
I strongly believe in that.
As you mentioned earlier, because I told you I done a video on the recent grant. So the TechStart grant is open
Yeah.
right now. Then the Innovate and I Big is opening
Yeah.
next week. So like look into these opportunities.
Yeah.
Then share with people. Then
Exactly,
find out
yeah.
wherever you are. You could be in England or Scotland or Wales,
Exactly.
but find what's in there like locally.
Yeah.
And Vidya been traveling to States,
Yeah.
and you've been to Boston. That's all by the
Yes.
enterprise.
Yeah. So it was partially funded by me. So you pay like £250, which covers like flight costs, traveling costs over there,
Yeah.
and accommodation costs as well. So yeah, it was such a fun journey for me. I've been to the States twice before, but this time it was like last couple of times went with my family. This time it was like it wasn't even like a school. It wasn't even like a university trip. It was like a
Okay.
cousin's trip.
Oh,
We all
okay.
bonded so well, and
Yeah.
it was just so much fun. And my friend Jason, the one you just saw, he went to States the year before us
Okay.
on a global leadership program, I think it's called.
Hmm.
So it's part of business school, and then he was giving us a list of like, go to this places, go to this bakery, go here,
Yeah.
go there.
Okay.
I'm just like, yes, we will.
This thing I told to Karthik once, because when I was in uni, so I came to Belfast 5 years ago to do my masters.
Yeah.
I was in Ulster University. Like, you only think about get your masters done and find a job after.
Nah, you got to go
You
do
know,
the
I
other
wish I
stuff.
knew, what are the opportunities out there, and could
Yeah.
have tried
There might have
something.
been a traveling thing in Ulster as well. You don't know.
Like I still don't know what they offer because I never checked. You never think about that because you've been always told,
Yeah.
get your degree and
It's
get
like
a
a
job
road
after.
path. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
path you need to follow. But look for different opportunities. Like I got the Boston opportunity by looking on the Instagram page.
Okay.
I went on Instagram page. Oh, what's this? It looks cool. I applied.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
It's so simple. Like you just have to go look for opportunities. You don't know what you might bump into. You don't know
Yes.
what's out there.
No worries. Well, thank you so much, Vidya. As I mentioned earlier, the video getting longer, but I really don't want to stop it.
No,
But
same.
then we don't want to keep.
No, but thank you so much for
Yeah.
this. I enjoyed it.
And thanks so much for coming.
Yeah,
And
like, share, subscribe, guys.
Nobody ever said
Yeah.
that before.
Really?
No wonder there is not much subscribers.
Yeah, do like, share, subscribe, comment down below what more you want to see.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.